guys, welcome back to Red Lentil Healing. We're doing Feel Good Fridays, ending the week with some positive energy, some positive news to help raise our vibrations. Because, life can be a little challenging sometimes. Yes, life is tough, but so are you. So let's get into this week's Feel Good Friday. Doing something a little different this week. I want to give the state of Florida a little bit of credit for something. We're giving Florida credit for doing something positive? Yeah, I know. We're still really mad at them with the whole, don't say gay bill and all the other malarkey that they've pulled off. But they actually did something kind of positive, and I want to take a look to see what kind of impact this is going to have. So, there is a bill called the Miana-Marcano bill that was actually passed unanimously in the Florida State Senate very recently. If you guys are not familiar with the story, Maya Marcano was a college student in Orlando who was murdered presumably by a maintenance worker at the Arden Villas apartment complex where she lived and worked. She vanished on September 24th, 2021 and was found dead, unfortunately, on October 2nd of homicide by undetermined means. The authorities believe that she was murdered by 27-year-old Armando Cabero, who subsequently, after being apprehended, took his own life. Here's what the law is about. So because of this unfortunate crime, because they do believe that he was the one who did it, he worked in the apartment complex with her. This bill is now going to strengthen the requirements around access to individual units, including a required notice 24 hours to residents, requiring the apartments to establish policies for insurance of things like returning the keys. So basically what it's going to happen is you can't just go, when you have an apartment, you can't basically, there's going to be a lot more stringent laws on access, whether it's a maintenance worker or former tenants who may or may not have had the key and they didn't get a chance to change the locks. All of this is about making sure that landlords require and conduct additional background checks and screenings, including criminal history, making sure they're not on any registered, SCX offender registries, going through and doing a really good job of checking all previous employers, any violent criminal history, anything from that can bar them from employment, making sure that all of that is screened for when they either hire people to work at apartment complexes and also too for future tenants. So that is the law as it stands. So let's take a look and see what kind of impact this is going to have. I hate that this happened, I hate to say so late, because again, poor Maya lost her life, but how is this going to work going forward? Is this going to make a big impact? Are people going to adhere and actually do the due diligence? Because again, anybody who's, single females especially, but if you're like a male or a family that's, maybe the husband works late or the mother works late, you've got kids that come home, just anything where you don't feel always protected, this law can make a big impact. To make sure that people feel safe, and not a lot of people have access to your home. That is the key. So let's take a look and see the positive impacts and what impacts this law will have. Starts off with the Fool. So starting off on this new journey, the challenge though is the Four of Pentacles holding on tight. It may take a minute to kind of make this a more standard practice, especially when you have complexes where you have private landlords or, instead of big apartment complexes. They're going to want to hold on to their old ways of doing things and just, this has worked for so long. That was, I hate to say, I keep hearing they're going to say this was a one-off. No, it wasn't. This just was the tipping point to make sure that we build more stringent laws. Page of Cups, so development of some information. We've got doing the work in the past with the Eight of Pentacles, planting the seeds and having that ripen. That could be the law itself coming to fruition. Page of Pentacles, so some news about money. It is going to cost, because you're going to have to run more background checks. Again, I keep hearing the private landlord situation, they're going to go, great, now it's going to cost more money to do this. But there is strength in the here and now. There is support to make sure that people do the right thing. And the emotions, we've got the sun, the illumination. It is going to be challenging though for a minute in the environment with the Five of Pentacles. So Eight of Cups, walking away and leaving everything behind, but the hopes and fears, and then the Seven of Wands, perseverance. This is going to make an impact. It's going to be slow and steady. You're going to have a little bit of pushback from private landlords, but the key, the perseverance, hopefully these types of incidences were going to continue to go down. Her death was not in vain. We're going to see a lot more women feeling safe in their homes, a lot of single women, college age women, younger women, particularly feeling safe in their homes now because of this law and having to do more rigorous background checks. So that is the positive. A positive law was passed in Florida. It's gonna make positive impact. Younger, not even just younger, it could even be older women too. Our grandmas, anybody who lives alone can now feel safer. So that's our good news for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye.